What's going on? It's your boy Coach here. Q1, this is the very first episode, and believe it or not, almost 4 weeks to get this first one done because I had to build a template first. Whew, I cannot believe it. It's finally done. This was so much work and I changed my mind so many ways to get this one where it's like kind of where I'm very pleased with it. There was so many things that they just weren't fitting right. It took a lot. This is like the 10th draft, but this is it. This is official. This is the one I'm releasing. And you can see that today's the 22nd of March. It's on the computer, so it's something that, at the end of the day, got it done during my lunch, finished off that little piece just to kind of compile it, really make sure it was right, spun the render, and just watched it here a few minutes ago, and I am happy with it. So that is it. And most importantly, this episode really, I wanted to make sure to highlight someone that I met at the gym as someone who was a really good support for me. And it was a guy, his name's Luis, and he's in there. And so if you're watching this, man, hey, give me that like or something, thumbs up, maybe subscribe. If anything, maybe even hit me up and we'll go hit up the gym, because unfortunately he had to move on from the gym where, I'm currently at to go do something else for some other goals. So either way, lot of support from him. I really appreciated all those times to push me to get myself to go to that next level and push intensity. It's always easier when you're doing fitness with someone else. Trust me, doing it by yourself is really difficult. And that's the boat I'm in right now, doing videos alone, training alone. Most people, it's already coming up on the end of March. Most people, hey, they did their beginning of the year and people fall off. And that's what happens now too, is a lot of the advantages that I talked about in the Qform kind of start falling away. Very, very busy with family life and other obligations. Coaches, one title to do this stuff, but I got a bunch of hats. And specifically this hat, I'll talk about in the next episode when I finish Q2, which is hopefully in the next couple days, because I really have to, a really tight schedule to get all these done in the way I kind of have it planned out, just with how things release. And that's why I really had to get Qform done long ahead, just so I had time to make sure that what I was going to put out for this is exactly what needed to be put out. And it was by the grace of God. This had nothing to do with me. And so all the glory to Jesus in this one, because I could have never done this alone. Never done it just, me clicking buttons. A lot of the times I don't really know what I'm doing. It just feels like, things sort of fit or they don't. And I just want to make sure they represent kind of who I am. Like I said, I'm not really out to chase, views or anything. I'm just out there to not just push the truth, but really help people with, some of the things of getting success and what it means to be healthy and what wellness means and all these different things. So that's what this episode does. It kind of shows a little bit of into me and who I am, and I'm kind of a little bit wild and crazy in my own senses, and I got to tame myself down generally for the camera, because I don't feel like people, maybe it's a little too pushed. I'm not really sure, but I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. But when you're trying to teach people, you can't have this wild personality. Some people want to be entertained, and so that's what this is really designed to do, is entertainment. Does it draw an audience in to expand the channel? Maybe. But ultimately, I just want it to be something entertaining and something people can find funny or relate with a little bit or get a good couple laughs, because I do enjoy laughter. Laughter is something that, it's created from above. And while I come off pretty serious a lot of the time, specifically in nutrition, it's just something that, it's hard to be kind of funny when you're thinking about, making sure you're not incorrect. And now this episode does have mistakes in it. There's flaws. It's a perfect example of who I am. I have mistakes and flaws. It took so long, so many hours to get this done. But now that I kind of have a mold and a starting point, I think it's going to get a little bit easier from here. Like I said, 2 Corinthians chapter 1, that one really helped me today in terms of just, understanding what grace is. And it's something that we often don't think about. So I know it from a book standpoint, let's say a definition, but to feel it in your life is something completely different. And that's what this actually 100% reminded me of. So it was the perfect scripture for the perfect day. Now that this is finally done, it's something that in the episodes, I don't get to do this stuff. I really have to filter a lot out and clean things up and edit it to where I think it's going to be entertaining. Nobody wants to just watch this face talk to a camera. Trust me, I do it a lot, and it's really difficult, and it's something I'm still not comfortable with. Believe it or not, a year later, I still have a hard time and a struggle communicating to a camera. It's something I'd rather just talk to a person. That's all I got for this one. So until I guess the next QX2 is done, I'll have a little more on that one and some of maybe the things I did that are different in that one. So I guess my time's just about up. I just wanted to share and really make this hopefully staying ahead of the curve, just praying for direction and doing my best. So until the next episode, take care. Peace out.